So my favorite thing about living in Long Beach is there's a ton of restaurants that aren't super far from me. So I'm walking over to this place called Bored and Hungry, and I'm going to do a little review. It's like an NFT themed restaurant. And I know what you're thinking, Dan, didn't you lose your sense of smell? And Dan, don't you have an abscessed tooth right now? That's why your side of your face is swollen. Aren't you like the worst candidate to like review food? Absolutely, I'm the worst. Just watch the video. I did a little bit of research on this, and I guess this guy bought some bored apes or whatever, so he calls his restaurant Bored and Hungry. Got a bunch of NFTs all over it. It's very tacky. It also has a banner above it that says like some award that it won, like Best Burgers in America or something crazy like that. So we're also gonna look that up and see if that's bullshit, because there's no way that that's true. There's just no way. There it is, Best Burgers in America by Good Morning America. There's no way. Maybe I'll eat this burger and then eat my words for dessert. I have no idea, but there's just no fucking way. Gotta have the merch booth. All right, we're gonna do a full-blown review, just about on everything that this can offer. One, to answer all your questions, but mainly just to make this a full video. Gotta get to that 8-minute mark, you know what I mean? First, we'll review the Coke, which sounds really ridiculous, but as everyone knows, McDonald's has like the most famous, best Coca-Cola. And it's evidently because they keep it in a metal container, so that somehow affects the flavor and keeps it more exact. I personally think that they add a little bit more syrup than carbonation, so it's a little bit sweeter, and that's why people like it more. But the unsung hero of McDonald's, let me just say, is definitely the Sprite. I think their Sprite is significantly better than everyone else's Sprite, more so than their Coke is better than everyone else's Coke. Okay, Coke test. I got no ice. That's Coke. Oh man, that tastes pretty McDonald's-y, to be honest. There's no way that they keep it in a metal container, but that's actually a good Coke. All right, so everything you get is in some dumb NFT-esque. Let me get a plate, actually. All right, got a plate. There we go. Some sort of like drawing or whatever. I'm not sure. Just dump this out. I guess I should, so we can really appreciate the effort that they put into this. Which, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not saying that like NFTs is like some dumb dead trend that some people made some money on in the beginning and it's gonna not work out. Maybe NFTs are here forever. I'm not an expert on it, but it does feel very much like basing a restaurant on a pet rock. Like, it's like, regardless of whether they stick around or not, they're not going to be as like popular to talk about. In fact, this video is coming out way after they were popular. I should have made this video when they first opened. But yeah, it's like a melting monkey, which is not what I want to look at when I eat French fries, but whatever. Okay, here we go. French fries are like a similar consistency to McDonald's French fries. Slightly soggy, with some like really random. This is fucking McDonald's. I'm just realizing that now. These fries are actually a little bit better than McDonald's fries. They're also a lot more expensive than McDonald's fries. The McDonald's keeps hiking up their prices and giving you less food. I have no motivation to ever go to McDonald's again. Like, the thing that made people want to go there was because it was so cheap. And now that they're raising their prices and their food still sucks, it's like, what's the point? So I'd say like the Coke's like probably a 9 out of 10. Fries, fast food world, to like a 7 or a 6 out of 10. But like, I mean, if we're bringing like Five Guys or something like that, like into this, which is fast food, but I kind of consider it the next tier up. Actually, this is like the same price as Five Guys. Fuck that. 1 out of 10. Here's the burger. Nice little presentation here. I could be curious to get like probably should have like prepared for this and watched some of that, like the food review guy. And see how he does it, because it's just like, there's not like a whole lot to go into detail when it comes to fast food. Like, when I go to a restaurant, I can be like, oh, like it has like the flavors of this and the flavors of that, and it reminds me of this. And even though like I basically don't have a sense of smell, I can pick up on like enough of it to like get the gist of something. But with fast food, it's just like it all blurs together so pathetically that you really have to talk about like how much you paid to get that level of fast food, or like the slightly like bougier fast food world, like your Panera Breads and your Five Guys. Let's see what this burger is. So I look at the menu and they offer a bunch of plant-based stuff. Would this be like a mukbang video? Is that how you say that? Where people just like eat on film? You just gotta watch my like rotten teeth bite into this shitty food. So normally this comes with Thousand Island dressing. I got no sauce on it. Sometimes I leave the pickles on and then I pick them off because I like the little bit of pickle essence that they leave behind, but I'm not a big fan of pickles. Like, not like I'll send it back if they put pickles on it kind of deal, but I just rather not have pickles on it. So maybe that'll add something to the experience of this burger. But I would say it's a decent burger. This whole meal all together, did I save the receipt? I think I asked for no receipt. After tip, it was like 18 bucks or something like that. And that was just like your standard 20%, which like is something that I would compare to like Five Guys. And this definitely is a decent burger, but like proportionally, it's not like this isn't gonna fill me up. I'm definitely gonna need to eat all of these fries, this burger, and then probably fix something over there. But it's 2 patties. It's like a decent amount of onion. This onion's really good, actually. Almost sweet enough to be a fruit. It's like one of those things where like, if this was the burger that your like local mom and pop restaurant made, it like everyone would swear by it. Everyone would be like, gotta go here. This is the restaurant you have to try. But since it has such like a flashy shtick, like the gimmick is so like over the top, the gimmick actually kind of ruins the burger. So it makes it more difficult to be like objective, because like you see these flashy colors and you see NFTs, which is just sort of like, I don't want to use the word triggering for a lot of people, but it's just like, ugh, like come on. But the food's okay. Like if this was just called like Jeff's Burgers, and maybe the prices were like $1 or $2 cheaper, I could see this restaurant actually like doing something. But then at the exact same time, would I have gone into it if it was called Jeff's Burgers? It probably would have only spread by word of mouth. Whereas in this case, I went in because I just thought it was so stupid I had to go in. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're that far ahead. Maybe they are thinking like, man, people are going to try this, be vaguely disappointed by the quality of our food, make a review about it, and then people are going to be like, oh, it's a decent burger, and then they'll drive past it, they'll see it, they'll go in, and then they'll also get a vaguely disappointing burger. Disappointing is a strong word. I don't want to say disappointing. Like in the fast food world, it was an 8 out of 10. But when you spend 16 bucks for it, that brings it down a little bit. It's like Chuck E. Cheese aesthetic, but for adults, because it's money or something like that. It's literally right down the street from me. I mean, I walked there, but I can't imagine me eating here again. Because if I was craving a burger right down the street in the other direction, there's like a strip over here that has a bunch of little restaurants. There's like a bunch of like really good burger spots, but you spend probably like $4 more than this, but you get a fucking burger. I don't know. It's like one of those things where like you're constantly being marketed to, and it's always like, you know it. Like it's just too in your face on like what this vibe is trying to be. It's weird to oversell an underwhelming burger. When they first opened, there was like a decent amount of people going there, and then it like really died off like super fast. It was dead for a while, and when I went in there, that's the most people I've seen in there in a while. But I did notice some people in there the other day, so maybe they're starting to kind of establish themselves in Long Beach as like a place you can go get a quick burger. And with prices rising everywhere, maybe that is standard for a decent fast food burger. It's, $16. I don't really eat a ton of fast food burgers. In fact, I'm not like a huge burger guy. So they have a separate menu. Basically, so there's the OG burger, which the difference is the onions are just like cut different, he said. And then there's like the onion burger, which is like full pieces of onions. And then they have like pretty much the same thing going on the veggie burger menu, but they also have a veggie chicken sandwich. So maybe that's the reason that people are going there. Maybe the veggie burger is really good. It's some brand called Leaf something, I don't remember. So maybe that's a very exceptional burger. Because I will say these fries are better than Burger King and Wendy's and McDonald's and all that. Okay, let's look up a little bit about these awards and see how scammy this place really is. All right, here's some info that I just looked up about the company. Evidently, this was supposed to originally be just like a pop-up shop, and it did decent. So they just like ended up making more than one of them, as it turns out. So I'm assuming they're just going to leave it and see how it does. But the person who owns the company like legitimately bought some like Bored Ape Yacht Club things that go for like $300,000 or $400,000, something crazy like that. So I don't know if that means that he purchased all of the monkeys that are in there. But come to think of it, when that restaurant first opened, I think it was only like 1 or 2 of them. And now there's like a bunch of them. And I'm sure those monkeys are way fucking cheaper now than when he first opened the restaurant. So maybe he'll just buy a bunch of NFTs and just cover the whole thing. I don't know how the whole NFT thing works. And yeah, so the best burgers in America sign on the front is referring to the Trill Burgers, which is basically these smash patties with this, I guess this exact ingredients. They said it's Trill sauce when I went on their website, but the guy just told me it was Thousand Island. So I don't know if this restaurant changed it or if that sauce is just Thousand Island, which seems to be the case with a couple restaurants and their special sauce. Here's a good thing to compare it to that I imagine a lot of people are probably wondering. I used to be a pretty big fan of In-N-Out Burger. Not so much anymore because I moved to California and I had enough of it. But I would say that this is probably better than an In-N-Out Burger, but also honestly whoop-de-fucking-do. So the all-in-all breakdown is it's a smash patty. The cheese is decent. The onions are really good. The patty is also good. The meat is like tender. Definitely doesn't taste like a shit burger. Not a bang for your buck, but a decent burger. I guess if you're in Long Beach, go try it out. I would say it's like worth stopping at, but I would not say that it's worth driving out of your way to go to. If you're already in Long Beach, go. If you're driving past Long Beach, keep keep on driving. Unless you go to Cherry Skate Park, then pull the fuck over because it's right down the street. Maybe I'll review their vegan burger or whatever it is. Maybe I'll get Dale. My roommate's vegan. He's currently visiting family for Christmas right now, but maybe their vegan burger is really worth writing home. I don't know. But then again, Trill Burger, best in America. I know that Emerald Cook guy that was big in like the early 2000s who was always like, bang! Doesn't really have much to do with burgers. And I know that NFT doesn't necessarily have much to do with Elon Musk, but for whatever reason, I keep thinking Emerald Musk and that there's a joke there. But then as I search it out, there is no joke there. So I just thought I would tell you about the joke that's not there. And maybe it's like a puzzle that you could do. Comment down below the punchline to that joke. I feel like there isn't one, but if you can come up with one, that'll make me laugh. I'll pin it at the top.